Alexa, turn my lights on. Simone Giertz. How did Simone get her title of the Queen of Not So Good Robots? What made her different? Was she the princess of Not So Good Robots prior? How do you just become queen? At most, one of those questions will be answered here today on Dissecting Simone. Simone is an interesting case. She doesn't have the millions of subscribers that my previous dissectees have, though she does receive a lot of media coverage. Although most people seem to be more familiar with her work than her. Regardless, she's quickly becoming the internet's second favorite Swede. So why am I dissecting someone who has a fraction of the subscribers of the top dogs? Retweet probability. And aside from that, a few months back she joined Tested, a channel with over 2 million subscribers, and more importantly, Adam Savage. Congratulations, Simone, you get to work with the Miyazaki of makers. But also because she's one of my favorites here on YouTube and I don't segregate subscriber counts. That would be hypocritical. We always start with branding, and Simone's branding is two-part. One, it's a Queen of Not So Good Robots title that she has developed by herself by being one of the best and most frequent content creators for the Not So Good Robots subreddit. This kind of branding is cool and effective because it brings with it a whole community of people. While other branding methods help people associate you with your content, this type of branding associates you with a community of 170,000 people. And of course, the other side to her branding resides in her ties with Tested. Now, Tested have their own branding methods and ways of promoting their talent, but if you want me to cover Tested in a separate video, let me know, because I think that one would actually be quite interesting. But what I will say is that being associated with Adam Savage can't be bad for any maker in terms of branding, and it would be the perfect thing to boost her image and audience in the exact way you would want. It gives her more credibility as not just a girl who makes dinky toys, but as a fully fledged maker who is respected in their own right. Which partly contests the image that she portrays on her own personal channel. So this is really smart, and obviously she wouldn't have planned right from the start to join Tested, but regardless, this works perfectly for portraying the two sides of her creative aspirations. 1, humor, 2, actual stuff. And with this, we have slowly crept into content. So let's keep going. Obviously Simone's content revolves around her robots, and this easily gives her direction as well as viralability. I used that as one word. Simone falls into the same category as Rhett links GMM, obligatory previous video plug, and by that I mean that most of Simone's videos have the ability to go viral. This is a great foundation to build a channel on because it's supported by huge frequent bursts of new viewers and potential subscribers. And besides, everybody loves dumb robots. Why wouldn't you love dumb robots? So while robotics and electronics is a niche, Simone's fun and entertaining version of it appeals to the majority. Interestingly, Simone chooses to separate her videos into two. One is a very short video of the robot in action, the second is an almost vlog-style recap of the creation process and various failed attempts. The idea here being that the quick and simple video of the robot acts as the hook. It holds the viralability. There's that word again. While the process video is the click-through destination. The robot video is marketable. It can easily be placed at the end of digital publications, it's more likely to reach Reddit's front page, and it's more likely to be watched considering its short duration. But from a YouTuber standpoint, quick videos with no call to action are blank shots. YouTube comes from watch time in minutes, and watch time comes from longer content and a returning audience. And a good way to have a returning audience is to show a bit of personality. The stupid robot is funny, but to really develop fans, they have to have a connection with you. And that's obviously where the second video comes in. In these explanation videos, Simone has a very tangible personality. She's boisterous and sarcastic, using the exact type of humor and profanity that one would expect from such a creation's creator.
Hey yo!
Here is where the YouTuber part really comes to shine, and where the audience starts to feel like they're getting to know Simone, a very useful tool in the YouTube world. A takeaway here may be more applicable than you think. I know, you probably can't make robots, but many other YouTubers utilize a similar kind of dual video package. Casey Neistat does this with his viral videos. He will release the viral marketable video, and then along with that, release the creation process. Even vloggers can be known to cut together a small, short, cinematic version of, say, a trip, and then back it up with the daily vlogs. Anyway, Simone's cinematography and editing, we're creeping into the next categories again, have a DIY kind of vibe to them that reflects the nature of the content. So while I wouldn't say Simone's cinematography and editing are second to none, the style seems suitable and adds to the overall branding of Simone's channel. Yes, we've done a full circle. The jump cuts can be slightly rough around the edges, but they are intended to be. This type of content does not need smooth, seamless cuts like Rhett and Link use. I go all into that in my last video, link in the description. And there's typically always some fun, happy music. One trick that you've either already heard of or that you will have now heard of and will never not notice is the cut in music for a punchline. This is useful in comedy as well as for dramatic emphasis in non-comedic situations.
And maybe they just need help wiping their buttocks better.
But in humor, and in Simone's case, it actually acts as a kind of silent canned laughter, where the audience is given a strong indication of where to laugh, which is when the music returns, without having the stereotypical, and on YouTube, mostly sarcastic, canned laughter. Plenty of YouTubers use this. I'd wager that almost every YouTuber that speaks over music uses this technique in some way or another. But there it is, now you know. I'm gonna leave this one there. Let me know what else you think Simone is up to, because I definitely didn't cover everything. And let me know who else I should dissect, and I will add them to my list. Make sure to check out my last couple of videos where I dissected Casey Neistat and Rhett and Link. And subscribe so that you get the next ones. I'm sure that was very convincing. Alright.